Well, hello, internets. This is me, DP Knudten, for another Bookward Bound, another exciting episode, another consecutive live stream of Bookward Bound, which is my commitment to you and to myself to actually get off my butt upstairs and get downstairs in my command center and start writing the book that I've been meaning to write for about 10 flippin' years. Yeah, it seriously has been on my mind that long. And so Bookward Bound is that commitment come to life. And that means that every night for 301 consecutive days, I'm going to be working on this book with the goal of having the book finished for self-publishing via Kindle Direct Publishing, Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing, by January 1st, 2021. So when I decided to do this, there were 301 days between that date and January 1st, 2021, and that's when I started. And I think this might be day 25, maybe even day 26. I'll have to figure that out in a minute. As a matter of fact, I'll look it up right now because I'm curious. Hold on. Because I think it might be 26. I'm going into YouTube Studio. Might as well show you what I'm doing. And I'm checking out my videos. And you can see I've got a bunch here that are the regular uploads, in this case, of my podcast that comes out every Monday. In fact, episode 84 came out today. And then you can see I'm going live right here, right now. And where's my last one? Day 25. So, whoa, it is day 26 of Bookward Bound. So that's pretty exciting. 26 consecutive days thus far of me. Hold on. Of me, thank you. Working on my my book. And what you see on the screen right here is the application I'm actually using to write the book. If you've watched any of these previously, you've seen me work on the design for the book cover in Affinity Publisher, which is kind of like Adobe InDesign, but you pay for it only once instead of once every month until the day you die. And it really is doing a great job, and I like that. I also use iThoughts X. In fact, I'm going to open that up because as I start writing this stuff, I'm going to get some ideas that I want to record in my mind map. Hold on right there. Like, okay, so here's iThoughts X, which is my mind mapping tool. And you can see why I love mind mapping. I can shrink stuff. I can close stuff down and focus only on that which I really want to talk about. So the theory is the part of the book I'm working on right now, which is kind of the beginning of the book. And by theory, I mean, what's the philosophy? What's the ideas? What are the concepts behind nonfiction branding and creating your own personal brand and small business brand? Is there such a thing as a difference between a small business brand and a personal brand? Spoiler alert, not in my world. They're the same thing. Because if you're doing business, people need to understand who you are, what you do, and how you do it. And the best way to do that is to create a personal brand that informs your small business brand so that people can actually know those things and then seek you out. In fact, I'm working on this actual section, the Key3 section of the book, which is all about figuring out the who you are, the what you do, and how you do it. That's really my definition of what a Key3 is. And I'm writing about that right here. So a couple good reasons for 3, simplicity, memorability, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I'm not going to read all this to you other than to say, okay, so I start talking about who are you? When it comes to discovering your personal brand, I'm not a big one for recipes or fill-in-the-blank forms. That said, a good way to start thinking about crafting your Key3 is to pick one word or one concept, word, phrase to describe one part of the phrase, to describe each key in your key 3. All right, so I'm gonna put key number 1. Who are you? Key number 2. What do you do? Get right down to the core again by digging deep and to really describe what you do. At a DNA level. Look for active words. Ideally, verbs or verb phrases that truly focus on the number, on the core thing you do. And its value to others. For me, who are you? Creative, collaborative. It's the collaborative creativity. Can bring to any problem my client may have for you. It should really, it should, not really, I say really too much. Really is one of those words I use way too much. For you, it should put a magnifying glass on the thing you do. So that problems, solves their problems. I'm going to have to read through this later and go through it. But again, I'm just getting these rough thoughts down. What do you do? What you do? What do you do? What do? You get right down to the core again by digging deep to really describe what you do at a DNA level. Look for active words, ideally verbs or verb phrases, that focus on the core thing you do and its value to others. For me, it's collaborative creativity. It's the collaborative creativity I bring to any problem my client may have. For you, you should put a magnifying glass on the thing you do that solves your client's problems. Clients' problems, challenges. And then I'm going to cut and paste this right here because I've got the bolding right there. Oh, you do it. This key is probably the most, I'm going to give that capital key because it's kind of a proper noun. This key is probably the most personal, the most definitive, and the most important for you to get right. Why? Because there are undoubtedly thousands of other service or product providers who do I gotta move my picture up. Thank you very much. Who do 90 plus % of what you do. Long dash, my favorite piece of punctuation in the world, is a long dash or an M dash. M meaning the width of an M character. There's an N dash and an M dash. A long dash should be an M dash with no spaces before or after. My absolute favorite piece of punctuation. But none of them do that thing exactly the same way you do. Again, using my own Key3 as an example, there are tons of capital C creatives out there who collaborate with clients. Period. But many of them simply take orders and fulfill them. But me? But that's not me. But that's not me. I always want to deliver a higher level of creative collaboration and partnership. And to do that, I need to get a little provocative. I'm going to put a paragraph here because you can see these little chunky paragraphs are easy to read, easy to get into, easy to keep going through, and also easy to set down and come back to again later. Have you ever tried to read William Faulkner in one sitting or James Joyce? Yeah, not going to happen. So most readers like to spend some time with your book, but not all their time with your book. So make it easier for them to dip in and out. And if you write it well, they'll read the whole chapter. But you make it easy for them because it's like, oh, I only have 3 more lines to go. I'll read that paragraph. Oh, that was pretty good. 3 more lines. Another paragraph. Oh, it's those big chunks of paragraph that are daunting for the vast majority of readers. I'm just saying. You don't have to quite go comic book, but you also don't have to go Shakespeare. How about someplace in the middle? Hemingway was a little too terse for me. I like a little bit more meat on that bone, but I don't have to go full William Faulkner either. All right, I need to get a little provocative. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Believe me. But for those it is. They are the clients I can best serve and frankly enjoy the most. All right, so I'm going to open that up. Let's see if I can do that. Where would it be? I have a worksheet that I always give out that are when I do talks about this stuff. Hold on. Oh, I got so much crap. It's podcast. Yeah, it'll be downloadable content. Yeah, DLC. Key3 worksheet. So this is my Key3 worksheet. Yeah, let's open that up. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do this with the worksheets quite yet, but covering indicating your Key3. So this is another. Okay, so up here we've got my main chapter header, 16-point type, bolded. I've got subheads at 14, bolded. All these are 14 bold. 14 bold. They have styles. I don't want to mess with styles. I hate doing that because if you change the style, it changes everything. I like to have granular control. 14. Collaborative, provocative. 14. Yep. How do here just to get you started thinking about just to get you started, here are 5 questions that can help you begin plumbing. Begin thinking deeply about the concepts that are core to who you are, what you do, and how you do it. One of all the things you do, comma, what is the single most successful thing you've done and continue to do in your professional life? I'm going to go Command I for why ask. Aligning your brand with what you do best, what you truly do best is fundamental. 2 period. What? I don't want italics, sorry. 2 period. What commonly acceptable and entirely legal activity in your industry will you not do? Example. Advertising. Tobacco products. Why ask? Question mark. What you don't do, won't do is as important to define and defend as what you do do. Three period. Can I grab this cop? Do I have to type all this or can I grab it? Let's see. Well, that makes it easier. If you've already got the keystroke someplace, use them. For period. true brand nature. I ask. I should introduce that whole brand nature thing in here. Now, brand nature is something I use a lot for companies when I work with them to help them discover their true story, if you will. Why is that doing that? Timeless keystones. I should make that. Capital key. Keystones for your brand. Should I make the commitment right here? Should I? Should I? Okay, so here's the question. Should I make the commitment right here that for more exercises to help develop your Key3, check out the Nonfiction Brand Workbook Companion Workbook. Let's do it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Oh, to quote a company that I'm working for, developing their brand. Ha ha. Yeah, well, that's the way it works. Excuse me. All right. For more exercises that can help you create your completely true, completely you Key3 I can help you go. Pick up a copy of the Nonfiction Brand workbook wherever on Amazon. On Amazon. So let's look for a place where I can talk about blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe I can just say every. Do you have a Key3 for your person? Well, you should. No. I'm going to take out that whole brand nature thing because that's confusing the issue. Your true personal brand. Into the foundational ideas of your true personal brand. All right, so good. I've added significant more copy, or let's see. This is almost a little short of 3,000 words. Again, Scrivener very kindly puts a total of the words that you've written or that are in this section so far, and it's just under 3,000 words. And I've figured out that that my book is probably going to be 350 words a page, maybe. So let's say, what is this? 2895 divided by 350 equals a page count of about 8 pages. Air it out a little bit. It could easily be 10. So cool. That's within the range of acceptable. Because in my head, each section of the book, I'm hoping is between 8 and 12 pages in length. You know, some are going to be longer, some are going to be shorter. And each of those pages, about 350 words per page. Some pages will have significant graphics on them. So I think it's saying 8.25 pages. It could easily go 10. So I'm feeling good about that. So there you go again. Day 26. The 26 consecutive days of working on this book. And I've made some serious mileage. It's not terribly far, but then again, I'm not doing a marathon every single day. I'm doing a series of these little sprints that add up toward a marathon. So today, I made some significant progress, and I'm feeling good about it. So I think it's time for me to say goodbye. And that's how it works. I mean, everybody, there's no one right way to write a book. But there is my way that I'm demonstrating for you right here. And if you've ever wanted to write a book, maybe you should get off your butt and do it. Because you don't have to do it all at one sitting. You can dabble on it over here, dabble on it over there, do a little bit over here, and all of a sudden it adds up. But the key thing is it adds up if you do it every day. So that's why I'm doing these BOOKWARD BOUND episodes. And 301 days, I've got, let's see, it's 26 days, so whatever that is, 270 some days left to go. But by the end of it, I'm going to have this book, and I think I just made a commitment to having a second book to go along with it, the companion workbook, and I'm excited about that too. So what if, gentle readers, I actually didn't just do one book by January 1st, 2021, but 2 books that are related, 2 sisters, if you will. I would feel very proud of myself. And it's all because of your help, because you're keeping me honest. You're keeping me in the chair at night when I should be watching Tiger King, which, I'll be honest, I did watch 2 episodes of Tiger King tonight. That thing has more twists than something that's really twisty. I don't know, rotini pasta. Anyway, but that's enough for me tonight. Obviously, I'm getting a little tired or a little bit something, and it's time for me to go. So thank you very much for helping me out. The new episode of Nonfiction Brand, my podcast, came out today, episode 84, with Jerry Ann Wiesbrook, a really great conversation. Check that out wherever fine podcasts are free. Check it out. 84 episodes. All of them, I think, are worth your time. Also, I'd like to invite you to join Nonfiction Brandversity, my free Facebook group. All you have to do is search Nonfiction Brandversity on Facebook, ask to join, answer 3 questions to prove you're not a bot, and you're in. Cool. I hope to see you sometime very soon on campus. But for now, I am DP Knudten, and it's time for the theme music to take us on out. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.